What's up, you guys? This is Zay Brooks, and this is episode 24 of a show that I do not know the title to yet. Today, what I wanted to talk about is love, and more importantly, unconditional love. Love without conditions, love without bounds. Things going on in your life, people in your life, do you truly love them or it? Or is it, I love them because they do this, right? I love playing basketball when the shots go in the hoop. I love hanging out with my friend when he's not acting like X, Y, and Z. I love my partner when we're like this. You see what I mean? Like, that is something we need to check ourselves on. And what I wanted to talk about today is, where in your life are you experiencing conditional love and then truly unconditional love, right? I think the easiest way to put it is our family. And what I will say furthermore about unconditional love, that doesn't mean that your boundaries are wide open and people can take advantage of you if you have unconditional love for them. And this is the example that I'll make with family. Your parents or your siblings, I guess, is the best example. They do something. They take your clothes. They accidentally ruin your painting or something you were setting up, whatever. They play your video game. You still love them for them. I mean, I'm speaking for the most part. And let's say my brother, he does me wrong, right? He ruins my game, right? I'll say, dude, what are you doing? Like, I really don't like when you ruin my game. But in my head, I know that I still love him. There's, my forgiveness and my patience towards him is much higher because of my unconditional love for him. I'm not trying to compare it to somebody. I'm not going to tell you right now somebody that I conditionally love. That's not a way to live. And that's more of a point I'm trying to get to. I'm just using the example of my sibling. Now, take it a step further, because I know some of you are instantly like, oh, well, unconditional love, they still step all over me. How can I act like this with them when I know they're going to take advantage? Just because there's a level of unconditional love doesn't mean that they get to do whatever they want. So you can express unconditional love from a distance. You can express unconditional love without constant communication. You are the CEO of your life. So the amount of love that you have from somebody doesn't mean that they get full access to you and the boundaries that you have. Unconditional love for me and basketball, right? If I miss a couple shots or life in basketball isn't good, let's say, I don't know, for whatever reason, I can't even begin to imagine. It's just not the way that I place my brain. Every time I think about basketball, I think about good things happening. That's another thing where your hobbies and your passions, basketball is something I truly love, whether it's raining or sunny or I'm playing bad or I'm playing good or I'm watching it, college basketball, watching NBA. I get paid to do it, to play pro. I don't get paid, right? Like, this is just my opinion. Some people will say, oh, I love photography, or oh, I love cooking. But then once somebody tells them to turn their passion into a job, they go, well, no, I don't know if I really want to do that. Photography, I just enjoy doing it like in my spare time. Like, it's kind of like a hobby. To me, I'm sorry if this hurts your feelings, but that sounds like conditional love. I only love photography when it's easy. I only love photography when it's going well and I take good pictures, right? Unconditional love, it doesn't matter what you're doing with that thing. It just matters that you're with it and you're experiencing it, or you're enjoying the fruits of labor that comes with that said thing, right? And I know people instantly think of their partners and they say, wow, am I really doing something that is unconditional? Do I love them unconditionally? And it's like, okay, well, if she acts like this and this, like, I really do love her and this is awesome. But if we don't, then do I now feel like, oh, I love you, but not right now because you're acting a certain way? You see what I mean? Like, that's where it gets really difficult. And you have to check yourself on that, right? Like that's even in my own eyes, I have to check myself all the time. Are there certain things in my life that I love unconditionally, or is it conditional love towards those things? Like lifting weights, do I really unconditionally love lifting weights? I don't know. I don't think so. But I know that there are good things that'll come from it. Just because I don't unconditionally love something doesn't mean that I shouldn't do it. I just think you need to recognize where you stand with certain things and the level of focus and intention that you need towards those certain things. Do you love your job? No. Well, sorry. Some people may not love their job. And what do you do moving forward? What type of energy do you take towards a conditional situation? Do you remove yourself from it? Do you figure out a way to stand tall and stay strong because you know there are things that you care about unconditionally, so therefore you have to do this conditional thing? That's the point I'm trying to make, right? Like, I'm not trying to give you something like, oh, this is the way, this is the theory. I'm just trying to give you thought-provoking concepts and things to resonate with, right? Unconditional love. Where does that exist in your life? What does that really mean to you? Does it mean anything? Oh, I love you. Oh, I love this or that. Like, and on the flip side, a lot of people say hate. Those are very strong words. I don't think those words should be floated around so much. How could you love something unconditionally if you don't even know who that is or what it is or giving it the amount of care and intention that you truly should give it? Do you really love what you say you love? Loving something is understanding it through and through. Love is a very strong word, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. You don't just willy-nilly go around and say, oh, I love this, or I love this actor or this singer. Like, there's music that I love, but I just know that there's a level of experience and time that I've put into music that I love. So I can say that unconditionally, I do enjoy that level of music. And it feeds into your subconscious, right? Like, true unconditional love, you feel it. It's not just in your conscious mind. It doesn't sway based on conditions. It's truly unconditional. I love my brother. So in my brain, my subconscious mind has a belief that I will do anything for my brother, whatever it takes. I'll be there. I'll do this. I'll do that. If he tells me I need to fly to Timbuktu to grab whatever, I'm going to do that. That's just the type of person I am for my brother that I love unconditionally. So we might do our first ever move. I think they're about to have baseball practice. So, dang. All right, I'll see you guys right here in a second. I think I'm really messing this up right now. They're about to have practice, so I'll see you in 1 sec. I don't want to cut, but I have to. All right. Okay, I was just sitting down there, and one thing that I want to pride myself on the show is that I don't cut to think about new concepts and things to tell you about. Like, this is really me off the dome. Like, the stuff that I think about, I want to give to you in real time, stuff that's going on in my head, my anecdotal experience, things for you to resonate with in your own life, thought-provoking concepts. So I appreciate you for bearing with me there. I seriously think they're about to start some men's league baseball game. So anyways, yeah, so I want to talk about unconditional love with boundaries, okay? Let's say you have a partner, right? And you love them unconditionally. You really feel that. But the things that they do, it's not stuff that you appreciate, and it's very hard for you to move forward in the relationship. Just because you love them unconditionally doesn't mean you need to stay with them. I'll say that again. Just because you love them unconditionally, you allow whatever it is that they do, oh, I forgive you, but you're still in my life. That doesn't mean that you have to stay with them. And that's a hard thing for people to realize because they get so attached and there's so much love involved and they know they love them unconditionally because they can't do no wrong in their eyes. Your boundaries are still very much needed. I've talked about that in past episodes. I can still have unconditional love for an ex-girlfriend or, on the flip side, an ex-boyfriend. And I'm talking to my women here. And have space from them. Know that they're not necessarily for me and where I'm trying to go and who it is that I'm trying to be. Different people are meant for different seasons. Loyalty is valuable, but again, Loyalty comes from unconditional love, but that doesn't mean that you just give out your energy and get depleted by someone or something that's not meant for you. I think people make this like they make love like this binding glue that they can't escape from things that aren't meant for them. It's more of a presence of thought, a self-perception of the love that you have for that person. Like, that's something to have gratitude for, but that's not something that keeps you bounded, right? It's almost like people use love to set a limit as to why they can't live the life they choose to live, because they have unconditional love for someone or something else that's holding them down from who they can really be, their highest version of themselves. Truly, in essence, you're supposed to have unconditional love for everything. That's the real yogi, like, spiritual way, is to appreciate everything, be thankful for everything, have love for everyone and everything. All is one and one is all. As above, so below. Whatever it is that you want to call it. Love is the most powerful thing in the universe. It is what brings everyone together. And it's where all of the positive influences and emotions that I talk about on the show, it all derives from love. But love is something that you have to use in your repertoire of positive emotions. It's not everything. Like, you lead with love and live with love, but that doesn't bind you to things that aren't meant for you. And it's difficult. There's difficult decisions that you need to make for your job, friends, family, girlfriend, boyfriend. But it's that level of existing in the present moment. When I say it right now, right, like after this, when you guys walk out into the world and you look at things in life that you have love, whether it's conditional or unconditional, that's not for me to say, oh, change this or change that. It's just being mindful, right? Like, the way society is built, they want you to worry about your job and the New York Knicks and the LA Dodgers and, you know, this TV show, this reality TV. No. Inner work is so important because it helps your subconscious mind and it propels you to be the highest version of yourself. The way society is built, right? That's just the way it's built. It's meant to distract you and have you participate in things that you know aren't for you. So why would you double down in your own conscious free will and be a part of things that aren't meant for you because you have unconditional love for them? No. When you walk away from this, it's just something to keep at a presence of mind as to why you have a conditional love for this thing. Is that something you really want to do? Or if you have unconditional love for it, are you bound by it too much? Right? Life is made of balance, ebbs and flows. You're going to have as many positive as negative experiences. That's just the way life works. I guess that's not the way life works. I guess it is. I guess it's not. I guess it is. I guess it's not. It's whatever you make it to be. It's just yin and yang is a flowing balance of all things in life. Maybe the world will have as many positive as negative experiences. Maybe it's the totality of reality as a whole. But I can inflict on my reality to only experience positive emotions because that's the way I choose to react to them. I want to make another point here. God is truly unconditional love. All he wants us to do is just see us exist with free will and ultimately glorify his name. So just because God has unconditional love for you doesn't mean that he's going to make stuff happen for you like a genie and you to get all your wishes and be a millionaire and have this, beautiful trophy wife and beautiful house. God's going to love you unconditionally no matter what, but that doesn't mean that he's just going to bless you and not bless you, but grant these wishes that you're looking for. That's another example I'd like to make is just because God has unconditional love for you doesn't mean he's just going to do whatever you say. There's going to be moments where God will leave you to learn certain lessons. God will leave you to see, how much hard work are you willing to put in if this is really what you want. Sometimes in my own journey, I'll feel like God isn't close. And I think back and I'm like, well, first off, I have unconditional love for God. The existence of everything that we know, myself, my brain, it was all made in the image of God. Furthermore, I think just because he has that love for me doesn't mean that he won't give me trials to see if this is what I really want. or bring things towards me that I may not like, that I may have conditional love for, or may not even have love for, but just to refine and enrich beliefs that I have of who I want to be, right? Like, God tests us all the time, but he still loves us unconditionally. It's just, and I keep repeating myself, but finding a place to sit, like right now, after this video, I'm going to take a moment to myself and really think in my life. Things that I'm thankful for, things that I should be more patient for. That's one thing I need to focus on about myself. How to move with cultivating the relationships that I have existing with my friends and family. Like taking these moments by yourself in nature, taking a walk without any headphones, not listening to music, and really just talking to God or just thinking in your head, doing that inner work. I give you another thing, which is figuring out things that you love, and either if it's conditional or unconditional. Your job, I want to go back to that. Although it may be something you don't enjoy, you want to provide for unconditional things things that you love unconditionally, right? But who's to say that you can't find a job that you love unconditionally to provide for people that you love unconditionally? Like, who's to say you can't live a life from beginning to end of unconditional love? I think that's very important to find in this life. Too many people, like I said, feel like they have to settle in unconditional love staying with somebody, but recognizing the conditional love you have for things, I think, is a big precursor to, should I be spending my time doing that? I'm all for getting a job that you love, right? My best friend loves her job. So much intrinsic motivation. The community that she's a part of, it's phenomenal. Who's to say that you can't have a job that you unconditionally love? Are you settling in conditional love? Because you shouldn't. If anything, you should settle in unconditional love and then have a level of discernment from there. It's like doing anything in life, truly, outside of like a couple things that are part of the grander scheme. Like, for example, me, I want to have the best body that I can, right? I want to unconditionally love my body, which I do now, but I want to push it to that level, take it to levels that, I've been at before, and I'm on my way. But in that, there might be some things like lifting weights that I may not find that I love unconditionally, but I know it's for the greater good. To say that your job, this job that you love conditionally, is for the greater good of your life, I don't think is the same analogy. I think it's something that's in the same ballpark. So, if you want to be a doctor and the work to be a doctor or the schooling or the testing you don't enjoy, that's what I'm trying to say. To branch together your job to your life, it's like those are two different things. Your career and the life that in your personal life are two different things. It's not under the same umbrella, per se. So if you only conditionally love your job when your boss isn't being a B word, when it's smooth and you're making sales, or the energy is at a good place, like that's a good precursor for you to know, if you only have one life to live, why would you not choose it doing whatever it is that you want to do? Are there going to be things in the journey for me as a content creator, traveling so much, on the plane so much, standing on my feet for 8 hours a day, ripping content with people, being this very enthusiastic, high energy person for 8 hours straight? Like, there's going to be things in the unconditional love job or career that you choose, but to look at it backwards and say you choose a conditional loving job for an unconditional loving lifestyle, it doesn't go together, in my humble opinion. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know exactly how much time it was in the last video, so I'm just going to do the guided meditation. I'm trying to think about anything else that I'd say with unconditional love. Just take that time to sit down and sit around, and anytime you feel frustration or anger or envy or jealousy, break that down and think about where it is that your mind goes, and if you truly have conditional love for that thing. If I was a content creator and somebody else has success in content, is it like I only love content creation and social media when it benefits me? No. You should have unconditional love and congratulate that person for where they are on their journey and where they're going. Like, unconditional love has no bounds, no influence from negative emotions. Although they're there, that's not something that stops me from wanting to play basketball, right? Or wanting to create content or be the best content creator in the world, one of the best. Really sit down and figure out where it is that you have conditional and unconditional love, and then move from there with your level of discernment. So, if you can, find a place on the ground, your bed, say crisscross applesauce, and close your eyes for me. Really, close your eyes. Just trust me. This is good for you. And what I want you to do is take a deep breath. So, in and out. In and out. In and out. Keep your eyes closed. And now what I want you to visualize is things that you love unconditionally. First thing that pops in your head. I'm going to give you some time to think about that. Or the things. Multiple things. Things that you love without conditions. No matter what, you still have love for this person, this thing. And now what I want you to do, I'm going to give you a moment to think about things that you love with conditions. I'm not going to paint that picture for you. That's more so to you, but I'll give you a couple moments to think about things you love conditionally. And more importantly, why is it conditional? Why is it only based on certain things? And now that you have an understanding of things that you love conditionally and unconditionally, those aren't reasons as to why you should stay or should not stay. Those are things to recognize so that your level of discernment, your awareness raises. Why it is the way it is, and you move forward from there. Just because you love something unconditionally doesn't mean you should stay with it. And the same thing goes for conditional love. Okay, you can open your eyes now. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm just super thankful for this. And it allows me to think back in my own head, things I want to resonate with in my own life with the stuff that I'm saying. So, life is good. Life is truly, truly good. All right. I'll see you on the next one.